home. My name's Mia Swainson, and this is my son, Ashwyn. You say hi? Hi. So thank you so much for joining us. Today, we are going to look at how to use the 5 bins in our house. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5. Actually, it's sort of 5.5 bins, 5 and a bit. So we thought we'd take it as a challenge because Ashwyn did a bit of cleaning out of his room, and we've got a little, like a box of things that we're not sure where they are. Oh, and we can see some guests there. It's so good to see you. Thank you for joining us. So this is genuine stuff that, you know, Ashwyn doesn't need anymore, and we thought we'd sort it together. All right. Hi, Tasman. Do you want to say hi?
Hi.
Yeah.
I just came because I wanted to see what
All
stuff
right.
I wanted.
So let's just have a look at the 5 bins to start with. So what bin? Tasman, you introduced this bin before. What's this bin for?
Worm farm.
It's a worm farm bin, isn't it? Yeah. And what goes in the worm farm bin?
Don't remember, but I definitely throw away the tea bags.
Yeah, definitely tea bags and coffee grounds. That's mostly what goes into our worm farm, tea bags and coffee grounds. And then, hang on, so that's all our tea bags and coffee grounds. And then our chook bucket, hang on, we're going to sort that one out for this one test. And then our chook bucket is this one here. And that's all our other scraps from the kitchen.
Dangle, dingle, dangle.
Oh, yeah, that's something we're going to decide where it goes. And we might, because Tasman's joined us, we might end up reusing some things instead of putting them into the bin.
Because I like stuff like this.
Okay.
Oh, there's the
So
new
that's 2 bins, one for the worms, one for the chickens.
Ooh,
And if we
no.
and sometimes we put the chicken scraps to the compost. And then we've got our just 3 regular bins. So this is our regular recycling bin. This is our soft plastic recycling bin.
I'm trying to find
And just here we've got
Sorry,
our
Mum.
actual rubbish bin. Oh, it does have a few things in it, but that's got things in it that can't be recycled or go anywhere or reused. All right, so let's have a look. Oh, and the little 5.5 bin. This little one here is actually just
Why are you giving like this magic?
Oh, you can is scraps of paper that are too small to go loose into the big recycling bin. I
That's
just
a
put them
memory
into
of
here,
you.
and when it fills up, I put some sticky tape over the top, and then it goes straight into the recycling. Yeah.
Oh,
So, Ashwyn, where do you reckon? What are we going to put? Let's start here. Where does this one go?
That's going to go recycling.
Yeah. So that's recycling. What else have we? What about this? Where does that go?
That looks like it goes in the bin.
Yeah. This isn't a drone that's been broken. So
No, we use that.
do you want to keep the drone, Taz, or shall we?
No, we use that for pendingly.
Come over here because no one can see you over there. You're not in the shop. Taz, do you want to come over here so people can see you? No? Okay. So that one, I was going to put in the bin. Taz, are we putting in the bin? Okay. That goes in the regular rubbish bin because it's a composite.
Ah!
You want it? Okay. Well, you have to find a spot to put it on your shelf, okay? All right.
I'm putting it
Where do
where.
you reckon this is going to go? Well,
I don't know. It looks like it's got paint in it.
yeah, it's a plastic that's firm and flexible. It doesn't have numbers on it, but if it's firm and flexible plastic in Canberra, it can go into your recycling bin. Yeah, the paint's okay. Yeah, so firm and flexy into your recycling bin. All right. What else have we got in here? What's that?
That's just plastic that's just like that.
Yeah, so firm and flexible plastic. Doesn't have a number on it, but it's firm and flexible, so that can go into your recycling bin. All right, let's have a look at this. What's this?
That's a thing I made for dishwasher.
Number 1, Dad.
So
It's a. What is
I
it?
was doing a thing with our computer club, and it's got what? So it's got the aluminium foil. That button battery goes somewhere along here,
Ah,
and it powers the lights
ah,
when you fold it down.
that's pretty cool.
And
Has Dad, it says number 1 Dad on
Yeah.
the front. Has Dad already seen it?
Yeah.
All right. Do you think we could keep it for science experiments for Taz?
Yeah, I think we could keep some, like the lights and the foil.
All right. Tasman, would you like to keep this as a science experiment? All right. So we'll put it in the Tasman reuse pile. Oh, what do we do with this?
That's a name tag.
Name tag.
It's laminated.
So because it's laminated, it has to go into the bin. So it doesn't go to recycling
Unless you can peel the lamination off.
unless you could peel the lamination off, which
Paper
is not so easy. Yep. What else? What have we got here? What's that?
Tape. I think I remember in similar.
Oh, you're keeping that?
I used it as a slingshot.
A slingshot.
In Indonesia, how to build a
I
slingshot.
think that one will go into the regular bin. What else have we got here?
What's some
Got some rope
Keep the rope.
that's elastic. I reckon we could put this in the camping. I think this is what it's from.
I want it to.
Okay, but I think we'll use that in our for camping. So we'll put it in there. Oh, what do you reckon that?
It's a wheat mix.
Paper into the recycling. What else is in there? Do you want to have a look?
Some bags.
It's a bag with some rocks.
Yep.
Shall we tip the rocks out and then
Yeah.
we can recycle the bag? So tip. Oh, yep. Yeah. And then we'll put this bag into the soft plastic recycling. Yeah. Okay. What else?
No, can't you reuse it?
We could reuse it. That's a good question.
You
Should
have
we
to
reuse
wash
it?
it out.
You'd have to wash it out, but I don't reckon I would want to reuse that since it's had all those rocks
Okay.
in it. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
So I reckon. I mean, you can reuse them, but I wouldn't fancy putting food in it.
No.
So, and we'll put that in the recycling. Is there anything else in there that looks unusual? What else is in there?
There's more of the bags.
What about the peg?
There's a peg.
We
That's
could put that on the
gonna
washing
go,
line.
yeah.
Yep. So we'll reuse that. Oh my goodness, what's
There's
this?
a needle thing I found.
Wow,
So that's metal.
it's kind of metal. So-
Blue tack.
Hey, I found something for the trap.
What we need to do with this, can you go and get a
Rubber
magnet? Is work out if it's aluminium or steel.
Rubber band.
Because if it's aluminium,
Oh, where's the bag?
yeah. If it's aluminium, you can put it with aluminium foil, and then it can go into the recycling. So, oh no, that's not aluminium. Aha, but that one is. So these will go separately, and I've got a little spot where I keep all little bits of metal, aluminium, and steel. And then when I get enough of them, I sort of bunch them up. So the steel goes into steel cans, and the aluminium gets wrapped up in foil. And when they're big enough to be at least the size of a credit card, so this is too skinny, it'll get caught in the recycling machines out at where our recycling's sorted. But if we wrap it up with some other aluminium and make it bigger than the size of a credit card, or it won't fall through the cracks, and we can recycle it. So I'll put these with my other little small bits and pieces. What else is in there? Oh,
Sharpener.
I reckon we could reuse that.
Yeah.
Shall we put it with our, since we're
Mom,
doing
could
school
you
at home.
reuse this?
Now Xavier's got a question. Could you reuse this? It's a Polaroid photo
Of my bedroom.
of Ashwyn's bedroom taken at my birthday party. I don't think so. It doesn't feel like paper. I think that's going into the bin.
No, don't.
Are you
We're
want to keep?
actually going to say.
Oh, you'd like to
We
keep it.
just wanted to show.
Okay. And so then for these small bits of paper, we're going to put them in a little container for the small paper. And these bits of foam here, unfortunately, they are into the bin, aren't they? Yeah. What else? Is there anything else you'd like to go through?
Oh, not too much. There's not.
No.
Yeah.
So we found quite a few things we could reuse, which is great.
Yeah.
And I think we found, lots of recycling and unfortunately things that had to go to landfill. What do you reckon, Ash? How did you find that?
Pretty interesting.
Yeah. Was there anything that surprised you?
Well, not too much.
Okay. I just want to see are there any questions from people who have joined?
So if you have a question, just put up your hand or type "I have a question" into the chat and I'll unmute you and you can join the conversation. No, I've got a question. Can you recycle toothpaste tubes?
That's a good question. So unfortunately, you can't recycle them through the regular council pickup, right? But you can recycle them. TerraCycle take toothpaste tubes and toothbrushes as a little special recycling thing. So you've got to send them away. Yeah, so you can recycle them. You can also recycle, toothpaste that used to come in pump packs. Those ones can be recycled apparently, but I haven't seen them for a while. And we use them. Yeah. Thank you. That's a great question. Tasman, what have you got there? Oh, it's a tea bag. We're really into tea at the moment. Really into tea. Licorice tea, and that was a strawberry and raspberry flavoured tea. These guys. Well, thank you so much for joining us. It's been lovely. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're back tomorrow. And tomorrow, what episode are we doing tomorrow, Taz?
Taste test yogurt.
Oh, taste test yogurt. So we've just made some different flavoured yogurt. He's going to taste test them tomorrow, and then we'll make some more flavoured yogurt tomorrow. So thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.